What is going on, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Cedric Doumbé. If you guys don't know who he is, he was signed to the UFC. And he's no longer signed to the UFC. He never had a fight in the UFC. I guess there was like a fallout that happened. And he ended up signing with the PFL. I believe it's PFL France, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if it's like different from just regular PFL. But he signed with the PFL. And he says that he's making a lot more money over there. But before I get into all of that and what happened, how the UFC fumbled him so badly, he is a MMA fighter, obviously, who is 5-0. So he hasn't lost. He's had a very early career, not too many fights, only 5 fights in MMA. But he is a kickboxer before he got into MMA. And he was 75 wins, 7 losses, and I believe 1 draw or no contest. I'm not entirely sure. He was 75-7-1 when it comes to kickboxing. So obviously, his kickboxing is like elite. His striking is absolutely elite. And he's already caught the world by storm, especially in the PFL. He's probably their biggest name in the PFL, to be honest with you, because recently he just announced a fight between him and another guy. I believe his name is Baki or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. And it sold out in 20 minutes. He sold out a non-UFC pay-per-view card or any not related to the UFC whatsoever. And it sold out in 20 minutes. And he was initially signed with the UFC years ago. I believe in 2022 he was signed with the UFC. And apparently obviously he's no longer there. But that's absolutely insane for that to happen. It is absolutely crazy. He's already such a big name. It is absolutely unreal. And I implore you guys to find highlights of him. His most recent fight is absolutely insane. Just watch like the whole thing. Even his entrance and stuff like that. He is a megastar. He is a megastar. Like, it is unbelievable. All of France is fucking behind this guy, to be honest with you. It is unreal. I watched that fight, and it's literally a 9-second fight, and he gets a knockout in the first round. It is unbelievable how much hype this guy has right now. And he's not even under the UFC banner. And it is sad to say that the UFC fumbled him and never even had him on a UFC France fight night. And he would definitely, to me, he should headline any type of France card that they have. To be honest with you, it doesn't matter what the hell it is. He needs to be there, but obviously he's no longer in the UFC, and the UFC fumbled him big time because now he's not even like promoted by the UFC. He has nothing to do with the UFC. He's under the PFL banner, and he is doing big time numbers. And I'm telling you right now, I know his next fight, I believe, is in March. That fight is going to be absolutely big time, and I'm going to tune in to that and see what happens between him and Baki or whoever the hell that is. Listen, it could be anybody, and he's gonna sell out in 20 minutes. The last time he did, the last PFL France card that he was on, it sold out in 48 hours. This time it only took 20 minutes for him to sell out an arena. An arena. This is not like no small venue or anything like that. This is an arena. Absolutely unbelievable. Cedric Doumbé, he kind of caught my eye last year, and people started talking about him, and I remember like on Twitter or X or whatever, I saw this guy get a knockout in 9 seconds, and then I saw also like before the fact where he had like he literally was controlling the crowd, and he was doing this chant, and then the crowd will go with him. It was the most unbelievable thing that I think I've ever seen. I've never seen that in the UFC in my life. It was probably one of the greatest like pre-fight like moments I think that I've ever seen. And I'm not even trolling you. I don't know. This might be a hot take, but I think it's better than like the stare down between Pereira and who the fuck did Pereira just fight? Yuri Prochazka. Like that stare down. Remember that intense stare down? And it's better than like anything that happened like pre-fight. Like where both fighters are in the cage. It is the most insane thing. He was like chanting something. I don't know what the hell he was saying. Obviously, because, But anyway, like, it was still fucking crazy because the crowd was going with him. They were like, it was unbelievable. He captures a crowd like I have never even seen. I have never seen something like that. Listen, look it up on YouTube. I'm telling you right now, I believe like they have the fight on YouTube or whatever. So please, I implore you to check out just that. And believe me, there's a lot of hype. I don't know what type of competition he's fighting against. I don't know if it's really top tier competition because it is the PFL. You know what I mean? But still, it is unbelievable how insane, how crazy, how much pull this guy has. And he's not under the UFC banner. He has a huge following. And, I mean, I'm excited to see him fight. I don't even care who the hell he's fighting next. It doesn't matter who he's fighting next. It's just insane how much, how much he's doing, like what he's doing without being under the UFC banner. It is unbelievable. Shout out to Cedric Doumbé, and I implore you guys to check him out. I just wanted to talk about him real quick because recently it just showed that he's, sold out an arena in 20 minutes, and unbelievable. His tweet, the tweet that he posted, got 56 or 57,000 likes. 57,000 likes. All of the UFC 300 announcements that Dana White has been doing have not even gotten half of what of engagement that tweet got from Cedric Doumbé. That is unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable numbers from him. And shout out to him for doing that because he obviously has a big name. And if he ever decides, and I hope to God that he does fight, especially if he can continue his win streak in the PFL and he continues to win these fights, which I believe he will. I really genuinely believe that at some point he will go to the UFC. I hope so. But they have to obviously, give him a good amount of, pay him. Pay him a good amount of money so he can be in the UFC and he can fight some of the better fight. I believe he's in the welterweight division, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know how he will do in the UFC welterweight division, but I still want to see it because he is definitely going to make some waves if he ever goes to the UFC. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon with another video. Peace out.